We'll talk about whether the carbon pricing strategy has changed in a moment, but there's also the what a lot of coalition MPs were saying there is that the government's beating up on Tony Abbott personally. Here's Liberal MP Kelly O'Dwyer.
It's okay for the handbag hit squad to have a very different standard, but not for the Treasurer.
You know, you've got to call it as it is. And, you know, the fact is everybody's been tiptoeing around it. It's the same people at the same time with the same message. How could you call it anything different?
And Mark Knight was onto that a couple of weeks ago with that cartoon, Piers. You said the handbag hit squad are a sort of homegrown version of Gaddafi's Virgin Guards in this morning's telly.
Yes, that's right, Barry.
That's right, is it?
Yeah, they're out there, and we saw them parade in Canberra this week, one after the other, you know, this is their tactic. They're trying to paint Abbott as this misogynistic nutter. We know that he's lived in these gentlemen know from their experience in Canberra and around, he's lived in a very stable relationship. His staff is very stable. The majority of his staff is a female. He has a female chief of staff.
But is he feeling this to the point where he thinks he feels as if he's living in Libya and they're coming at him Gaddafi style?
I use the expression,
yes, you did,
not Abbott, not Abbott.
Yes, you did.
But I think that sending out this guard, this handbag hit squad, as Dwyer termed them, is exactly as ridiculous as Gaddafi parading behind a bunch of women who claim to be virgins and would devote their life to him.
But most of these appearances aren't going out there to talk specifically about Tony Abbott's woman problem, unquote.
Oh, they did though, Mike, last week.
A couple of them did, but
well, how many does it take?
The fact of the matter is, though, that you can't say every time a woman minister goes out there and makes an appearance to talk about a substantive issue, that's evidence of the handbag hit squad, which is the way it's been portrayed by some of those people who've just spoken.
But I didn't portray it like that. I
quoted...
Nicola
Roxon, Tanya Plibersek, people like that are among the government's most capable ministers. They go out there and they talk about other stuff.
They do it day jobs. But you did read how ridiculous. They did read their actual remarks.
Yes.
Tony turned his back on a woman.
That was neither of the two that I was referring to. That was one of the lesser lights, shall we say, of the Labor Party.
Well, this just shows you. Doesn't it show you how ridiculous their campaign is?
I suppose the point that Mike's making is it fair to portray those who are going after Tony Abbott as the handbag hit squad? Is it because they're women that's upsetting Tony Abbott supporters?
No, I think I was pointing out how insubstantial that their charges, the allegations, the claims that they're making, the arguments they're making against Abbott are, and yet they get a lot of television and coverage.